Senior cadet of flight A, type your name and tell that you are the senior cadet. Anyone? You can put your cameras off so that it will reduce your data consumption. Okay. So Alistair, you are from flight A. So flight C, who is that? Senior? Type it in the chat box. Flight C. Can you hear me? Who is a senior cadet? Any cadet can reply from flight C. Okay. So cadets, welcome you all for this first class, online class on NCC. Hope you're all well, you're all safe at your respective locations. So any issues with anyone faced during this pandemic? I want this session to be an interactive session, so you can type your answers or any queries, any suggestions in the chat box. Okay, fine. So from today onwards, there will be classes that will be conducted, the NCC classes. So a class will be of 40 minutes. The class will be conducted. So one session will be on special subject, one will be on the common subject. So likewise, it will be for second year and third year. As per the plan, as of now, the classes will be on Tuesday and Friday. It starts from 2 o'clock. So if one session, if at 2 to 2:40, if it is the common subject, then 2:40 to 3:20, the next session will be on. 3:30, the next session will be on, special subject. So likewise for third year, subsequently it will be going on. Common subject today, it will not be there because today will be the first class. So from tomorrow, the officer Alvin will take the common subject class to you. I'll be taking the special subject class. So hope all your data, everything is fine. You have access to the network. Just let me know, the seniors will let me know if any cadet has any certain issues with respect to the network or anything. So they will take all the accountability of their cadets. The senior cadet will be held responsible, take accountability of all those cadets. And any such cadet has issues has to be brought to the notice at the beginning of the class. Is that clear? So I'll start this class with GSK. So I'll just present the screen. So I expect all the senior cadets to watch out the peoples in the list and they all log in with their names. Nobody use the fancy names. All log in with the cadet names, regimental number or flight. Any cadet found to be used fancy name, he or she will be removed from the class. So attendance are strictly monitored based on these, your attendance, the appearance of to the classes, and these classes are recorded, as well as the same attendance will be shared to the squadron. Clear. So this will be considered for your attendance to appear for B and C certificate exam. So you're all appearing for B certificate. So this attendance is considered for your attendance criteria for B certificate examination. Any doubts, any queries, you can ask right away. Okay. Check it, then we'll start our session. So I start with the GSK, first topic. It will be a kind of revision. So what is the today's topic? It is GSK 3. So but we'll start with GSK 1. So it will be a revision. Then we'll slowly move towards the GSK 3. So basic organization of armed forces. So if we talk about the army, so we know that we have the three services: Army, Navy, and Air Force. So if we talk about the army, then you all know the supreme commander of all the defense services is who? The President of India. The President of India, and Indian Army is led by Chief of Army. The Chief of Army, it is, in short, it is called as COAS, the appointment. COAS is the appointment, the Chief of Army, and he will be a 4-star general. So basically, if you see the uniform, or if you look at the collar of the uniform which he wears, so he'll be having the 4 stars at the collar. So that's why it's called a 4-star general. And he's assisted by his few officers, and the officers are the Vice Chief of Army Staff, 2 Deputy Chief of Army Staff, Principal Staff Officers, Head of Arms and Services, and Field Army. Note down these points. I expect you all to note down these points because these all come in the your B certificate exam. So who are the assistant? Who are the assistant to the Chief of Army Staff? One is the Vice Chief of Army Staff, 2 Deputy Chief of Army Staff, then Principal Staff Officers, then Head of Arms and Services, and Field Army, that is commands. So these are all officers who are going to assist the Chief of Army. They will be in the rank of Lieutenant General. They will be in the rank of, so this is the term which is used in the army. So the commander of a command is headed by GOC in C, and that is the rank of Lieutenant General. So we'll see which are the commands of army. So headquarters of Indian Army, that is at New Delhi. Central Command, Lucknow. Eastern Command, Kolkata. Northern Command, Udhampur. Southern Command, Pune. Southwestern Command, Jaipur. Western Command, Chandi Mandir, and Army Training Command, Shimla. So note down these points. So headquarter New Delhi, Central Command is Lucknow of Army. Eastern Command, Kolkata. Northern Command, Udhampur. Southern Command, Pune. Southwestern Command, Jaipur. And Western Command, Chandi Mandir. Army Training Command, Shimla. Noted? Next, we'll talk about the Navy. So Navy responsibility is to look after, the responsibility of the Indian Army to look after the land throughout the country, the safeguarding the borders, whereas the Navy responsibility is to safeguard the maritime and approximately a coastline of 6,000 kilometers. So the responsibility of Navy is to make sure that the peace and harmony is maintained among the different countries in the maritime, in the international borders, in the international waters, as well as in the Indian waters. So for your information, the Indian waters holds good at certain Indian waters hold good at a certain kilometers of say 200 nautical miles. So anything beyond 200 nautical miles will be called as international water, and within that we call it as Indian water. So for example, if you draw the map here, for example, if I draw the southern part of India, then if this is the land, the southern part, then say approximately from whatever the point at this, say this distance from the land towards straight ahead to 200 nautical miles will be the water of India or Indian water, and beyond that point anything will be considered as the international waters, and any person as an individual can be within these limits. For example, the fishermen who go, if they cross this 200 nautical miles from that respective land position straight ahead, then they will be landing in the trouble that they will be entering into international waters. So that is why, so that distance has to be safeguarded. So basically this 200 nautical miles is basically safeguarded by Indian Coast Guard. So this Arabian Sea on the 200 nautical miles from the land of India and to the Bay of Bengal. So this will be safeguarded by Indian Coast Guard, whereas the Indian Navy comes here. So this I'll write, this is Indian Coast Guard, whereas the Indian Navy responsibility comes in safeguarding the international waters. So that is where the responsibility of Navy comes in. So hope I am clear. Are you all with me? Okay, good. Now I'll look into what are the, again the Supreme Commander of Navy is the President, and again the Navy is commanded by a rank of Admiral. Is again the 4-star rank, and Indian Navy is the 5th largest in the world. Looking into personals of Indian Navy as per 2017 data, it is 67,000 personnel, and the number of fleets, it has one aircraft carrier. One aircraft carrier means it's a big ship which can carry the aircrafts, and 1 amphibious transport dock, 8 landing ship tanks, 11 destroyers, 14 frigates, 1 nuclear powered attack submarine, 1 ballistic missile submarine, and 13 conventionally powered attack submarine, and 13 corvetives, and 6 mine countermeasure vessels, and 29 patrol vessels. So these are the different the ships or whatever the fighting equipments which Navy has. It's not an equipment, in fact, it's a system which we can call that the Navy has. Now, looking at the organization again, we'll look into the commands. So in Navy, there are only 3 commands. So how many commands are there in Army? Tell me. Let us note down. How many commands are there in the Army we have just looked in? Seven commands. So one is the headquarter, second is central command. So central command, eastern, northern, southern, southwestern, western, and the training command Shillong. So 7 commands plus 1 headquarter. And Navy has only 3 commands. That is Western Command, that is in Mumbai, Eastern Command Visakhapatnam, and Southern Command in Cochin. Naval commands. So we'll note down here. So Army has 7 commands, and Navy has 3 commands. Here we'll write plus 1 quarter. Again, the Navy has a headquarter at New Delhi. Now, Indian Air Force. How many commands Indian Air Force has? As everyone knows, there are 7 commands again. So before talking about the commands, let us see what Indian Air Force has and when it came to existence. So can you tell me when the Air Force came into existence? In the year 1932, it came into existence, and October 8th, we used to celebrate as Indian Air Force Day. You all know that. Then again, the Supreme Commander of Indian Air Force is the President, and it is headed by Chief of Air Staff, and its rank is Air Chief Marshal. Please do not get confused. Chief of Air Staff is the appointment. Chief of Air Staff is the appointment, and rank is Air Chief Marshal. Is that clear? I'll repeat once again. The appointment is Chief of Air Staff, and the rank a person has who attain this position is the rank of Air Chief Marshal, and is again the 4-star officer. So now we'll look into the various commands, and then again the commands are headed by commanding in chief. We call it as COC in C. Like how we have GOC in C in Army, in Indian Air Force also. In Indian Air Force as well, the command is headed by COC in C. This you have to know it as a Air Wing cadet. What is COC in C? That is commanding in chief. COC stands for commanding in chief. That is why it is called as COC in C, in short. So now we look into the commands of Indian Air Force, the Central Air Command, CAC, that is in Allahabad, and Eastern Command, Shillong, Southern Command, Thiruvananthapuram, then Southwestern Air Command, Gandhinagar, Western Command, New Delhi, and Training Command, Bangalore, Maintenance Command, Nagpur. So these commands you have to be very particular about, you have to be sure about these commands of Indian Air Force. So there are 7 commands: Central Command in the Allahabad, Eastern Air Command, Shillong, Southern Air Command, Thiruvananthapuram, Southwestern Air Command, Gandhinagar, Western Air Command, Delhi, Training Command, Bangalore, Maintenance Command, Nagpur. Now, what are the aircrafts that Indian Air Force has? So, Indian Air Force basically has a fighter aircraft, it has a transport aircraft, it has a helicopter, and it has a bomber. So, these are the general answers which you can tell what are the aircrafts if it has. Then, the staff of Air Headquarters consists of 3 branches, that is Air Operation, Administrative Branch, and Maintenance Branch. That anyway we will discuss in detail. Now coming to the ranks of the defense services. So I want you to answer it. Now if you write here Army, Navy, Air Force, tell me the highest rank of Army. Is it General? Now what about Navy? Admiral and Air Force? What is the equivalent in Air Force? In fact, we have forgot the 5th rank anyway. We'll come to that later. Which is Air Chief Marshal. Then I'll leave it to you. And what is the next rank, next subordinate rank of Navy after Admiral? Come on, answer it. Okay, Vice Admiral. Sorry, here there is a mistake. It's a Admiral of Fleet. It is not just a, yeah, it is Admiral, and here this is a Vice Admiral. And here it will be Air Marshal. And in case of Army, it is Lieutenant General. What is the next rank? Major General. And Navy, it is Rear Admiral. Air Force, Air Vice Marshal. After that, Brigadier, then here Commodore, and here Air Commodore. So it is easy to remember all this. I'll tell you the technique. Then here Colonel, and here Captain. Here we call it as Group Captain. Air Force and Navy shares the common terminology almost. So here Lieutenant Colonel, and here we have commander, and here we call it as wing commander. In short, we'll write WG commander. And lieutenant colonel, after that it is major. So here it is major, then it is lieutenant. Here it is called as lieutenant commander, whereas here it is called as squadron leader. And here if it is called as, this is lieutenant, sorry, this is captain. And here we have lieutenant, and here we have the flight lieutenant, and here we call it as lieutenant, and here it is sub lieutenant, and here we call it as flying officer. These are the equivalent ranks you see here. So first rank in army is lieutenant, it is sub lieutenant and flying officer. It is captain in army, then lieutenant, flight lieutenant, major, lieutenant commander, squadron leader. Then from here, if you see these three, you can you can call it as a one category, and these two is one category, these three is one category, and these three is another category you can consider. Okay, so like this you can consider. It's easy to remember always. Split into three categories. And here major, lieutenant commander, here squadron leader. Now here it is after major, lieutenant colonel, here commander. So it's same thing, commander, only wing will come, so it is wing commander. So next is colonel. So here captain, here also captain, but it is group captain. Next is brigadier. So brigadier is a single star officer, a single star rank officer. So brigadier onwards, all the star starts. There is a commander, a commodore. This is also commodore, but it is air commodore in Air Force. Then major general is a 2-star officer here. Then rear admiral, here it is air vice marshal. Then lieutenant general is a 3-star, and this is a vice admiral, and this is air marshal. And general is 4-star, and admiral and air chief marshal. So these are the equivalent ranks, and there is above this there is one more rank which is of 5-star rank. So that is in Navy it is admiral of fleet. In Army it is marshal, or also called as field marshal. In Air Force it is called as marshal of Air Force. So can you tell me who have been promoted to these ranks, because that is not given to everyone. So these are the promoted ranks. Major general. Can you tell me the promoted ranks to the 5-star officers? Who are the 5-star officers? Quick. Who is a 5-star officer in the Air Force? So who has passed away?
Marshal of the Air Force.
Yeah, Marshal of Air Force. Who?
Arjun Singh.
Arjun Singh. Marshal of Air Force is Arjun Singh in Indian Air Force. He is the only person who has attained that rank. And what about Army?
The who's Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw and Field Marshal.
Yeah, there are two people who has attained this highest position in Army. That is Field Marshal Manekshaw and
Field Marshal
Cariappa. Okay, so these are the two officers who has attained these ranks. Now quickly we look into the badges. This thing. Now you have to understand by looking at the shoulders what rank officer he or she is. So if it is 2-star, it is lieutenant, 3-star captain. If it is Ashok Ashok symbol, then it is major, and Ashok symbol with star, the lieutenant colonel is a major general, and a baton with Ashoka symbol, then it is Lieutenant General. Then General is all three, baton, star, and this Ashoka symbol. And Field Marshal with a rank of baton with stars, and then Ashoka symbol. Now JCOs, most of you will be dealing with the JCOs, then you should know what are the ranks of JCOs in army. So what this make difference, this 2 stars and this 2 stars is a strip. You have to look that if there is a strip, then they are junior commissioned officers, JCOs. If it is a strip with star, then it is Naib Subedar. Strip with 2 stars, Subedar. Then strip with Ashok symbol, then it is Subedar Major. And the first rank is a Sipahi, next rank is LFC, that is Lanes Sipahi, then Nayak, then Havaldar. This you might know it. Now, this might be tricky to understand the Navy symbols here. So, Navy symbols, it goes like this, a round with a strip, a golden strip here. So, this will be on the sleeves and this will be on the shoulders. So, if it is single strip, then it is sub-lieutenant, 2 strips, lieutenant, 2 strips with a thin small strip in between, then it is the next rank, that is lieutenant commander. And commander is of 3 strips and captain is of 4 strips. I will show you simultaneously Indian Air Force as well. So Indian Air Force, 1 strip is of 2 thick lines and 2 dark blue and 1 light blue line. So this is 1 strip. So if it is 1 strip, flying officer. If it is 2 strip, flight lieutenant. If you see this, both are same. 1 strip, sub-lieutenant, 2 strips, lieutenant. Here it is flight lieutenant. They are at the same. You look at the strips, the number of strips in Navy and Air Force, both are same. And 2 strips with a thin small strip in between, squadron leader. Here also you see the 3rd officer line. It is 2 strips with in between thin line. It is 3rd rank, that is the lieutenant commander. Next, wing commander, 3 strips. Here also wing commander 3 strips. Here commander 3 strips. Here group captain in Air Force 4 strips. Here captain in Navy 4 strips. And commodore is a circle with a big strip. So here also air commodore is of big strip, 1 big strip. Then if you see here, rear admiral, big strip with 1 more extra strip, that is rear admiral. Here air vice marshal is also 1 big strip and 1 strip is air vice marshal. So likewise air marshal 2 strips, air marshal 1 big strip and 3 big strips, so that is air marshal. And then if it is 4 such strips with 1 big one, so that is marshal of Air Force. So this is how you have to practice this. It will not come in one shot. You observe this very carefully, remember it, because this is where it's very important. When you meet any officer, you should know what rank he or she is to address them, right? Now coming to these JCOs, so they have a different symbol here. So have the anchor for chief petty officer and master petty officer with 1 strip, and master petty officer first class, second class and first class. So first class is like Naib Subedar Major. Here, like Subedar Major is of same rank here. So it is like master warrant officer in the Air Force. So then it starts with seaman, leading and petty officer. So now if you look into the junior commission badges, junior commissioned officer badges, then it starts with the airman, aircraftman, then leading aircraftman, then corporal is here on the shoulders, sorry, on the arms, 2 strips, then sergeant 3 strips. Then on the shoulders, if you see, there is 1 symbol here with round Ashoka symbol with the eagle, and 1 strip on it, so that is a warrant officer, and 2 strips on it, that is a master warrant officer. So master warrant officer is hold the highest position in the JCOs. Okay. So hope this was a refresher class to you all. You have understood all this. Any doubts or any queries? Okay, fine. So we are good to go. We have, I think we are almost at the end of this session. This timing is very less, in fact. So in the next session, we will continue with GSK 3, that is the honors and awards, gallantry awards and non-gallantry awards, and then we will continue with the subsequent topics. Is that clear? Any doubt? So I expect all the cadets to join on time for any classes. Anyone come late, I will not accept the request, and your attendance will not be considered. Okay then, if there is no doubt, then we'll wind up the session.